think we got, in football shape in terms of how we want them to practice and getting kind of the summer drops by the quarterbacks are always a little bit loose, and then kind of the urgency, just the overall urgency of everybody from just a drill to drill, all those things kind of perspective is where we need it to be. Our tempo was really good this morning and yesterday. We're running around really well on defense. Really like where our depth is headed. Just have to keep learning, keep improving, keep learning how to practice in some other cases. But yeah, so far so good.
Coach Pelham said the defense is further along than they've ever been at this stage of the season. Can you enunciate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I think there's enough veteran players, and then the young guys are up to speed in terms of scheme. I think we're way more advanced than we've ever been by probably a couple of days, which I know that doesn't sound like much to the average person, but that's probably you're probably talking a 20 to 25% increase just from a grasp standpoint. And that's for those young guys, it's so hard this time of year because they have a limited number of reps, and when they're in there, somebody screws up, and it's either a touchdown or a fumble, a sack fumble, and everybody's confused, and they just have to focus in on their job and improve. Well, it depends. I think it depends on your team and what they need. We had a little deal yesterday just in terms of our intensity and how we finished. We might not have any true two-a-days if we can maintain our intensity and our execution, our urgency, communication, all the things that I think of two-a-days you're trying to get in shape, obviously. But at the end of the day, you've got to be tough and you've got to be disciplined. And if that doesn't happen with one practice and a walkthrough, then it'll happen with two.
Can you see the conditioning workout sessions paying off now?
Yeah. There's always, that first practice or two back, guys are huffing and puffing, and they're not used to just the between reps or just the anxiety that happens of having to be out there and it's on film. You're doing something for the first time. All those things that kind of go into that. But for the most part, we're in really good shape, and we'll get in better shape.
What are some things Vernon can check off his list next week? How much you guys need to check things off their list?
Well, for him, the faster a guy like that, and it's all our young guys, is that they're still doing the double translation of, okay, we call it whatever, River, and they call it Omaha. And so it's like, okay, that's like Omaha, that's okay. And the faster that they can eliminate that little deal, the faster they can play. And you see again, Kirk Merritt, all those O-linemen, all those guys doing it. Malik's done a really good job of it. Charles last year did a tremendous job of it. But if you're going to play early, just that ability to kind of be a translator is a big deal.
Sometimes we get caught up in the true freshmen. What are your thoughts on the guys that redshirted last year and are now competing for playing time?
Oh man, now you're going to make me do some. You have names?
Jokes, Anacho.
Yeah, Jalen Jokes is practicing his rear off and looks excellent. He's a young guy. Perfect build for what we're trying to do. Young, aggressive, thick. He's practicing great, and his best ball is out there in front of him, which is great. And yeah, somebody else. Jalen Brown. He's practicing. He's kind of in the mold of Dwayne Stanford. Dwayne's made a few more plays. In the aerial game than Jalen, but just rock solid, working his tail off, coaching up the young guys.